That day, I accepted my fate and left my village. A person chosen to offer their soul to the goddess, an alm, must journey to the mana tree. The mana of the world is replenished through that alm sacrifice, blessing our lands with prosperity. The alms are necessary to preserve a future for the whole world. It is our duty, much as a soul guard's duty is to protect us. We all have our individual roles to play, ways of life. All of these affect the future. And I am proud to be the bearer of such an important mission for those who may come after. But I don't want to have to give all of this up. I want to keep living my life. And now that I've realized that, I know that what I really want is to stay here and keep making memories with you, Val.
I am the Soul Guard. It's my duty to protect the alms from harm. Hina, any monsters we meet along our journey to the Mana Tree won't lay a finger on you.
There's nothing you can say that'll change my mind. I'll become the alm and make you see you were wrong about me. About everything.
Aether no longer benefits from its elemental's protection. Let this be a warning. Trespassing within could cost you your life.
Soul Guard Val, I am counting on your protection on our journey to the Tree of Mana, such as it is.
Alms are appointed, not requested. There's nothing I can do about this. Gosh, the fairy's taking her sweet time this year. Get ready!
Come on!
You up. Atta girl, Ramco.
A perfect opportunity to collect data. The name's Orin.
Until we meet again, Alms.
We're all counting on you.
May you safely reach your journey's end.
Come on, don't give up.
So many alms have given their souls to the Mana Tree. Their strong hearts created a better tomorrow. To protect the next generation, we will protect the Mana Tree. We will protect the entire world! Don't you worry, Hina. Any monsters we meet along our journey to the Mana Tree won't lay a finger on you.
What is it? Are you selling something? You folks in the habit of staring at strangers?
That day, I accepted my fate and left my village. A person chosen to offer their soul to the goddess, an alm, must journey to the mana tree. The mana of the world is replenished through that alm sacrifice, blessing our lands with prosperity. The alms are necessary to preserve a future for the whole world. It is our duty, much as a soul guard's duty is to protect us. We all have our individual roles to play, ways of life. All of these affect the future. And I am proud to be the bearer of such an important mission for those who may come after. But I don't want to have to give all of this up. I want to keep living my life. And now that I've realized that, I know that what I really want is to stay here and keep making memories with you, Val.
I am the Soul Guard. It's my duty to protect the alms from harm. Hina, any monsters we meet along our journey to the mana tree won't lay a finger on you.
There's nothing you can say that'll change my mind. I'll become the alm and make you see you were wrong about me. About everything.
Aether no longer benefits from its elemental's protection. Let this be a warning. Trespassing within could cost you your life.
Soul Guard Val, I am counting on your protection on our journey to the Tree of Mana, such as it is.
Alms are appointed, not requested. There's nothing I can do about this. Gosh, the fairy's taking her sweet time this year. Get ready!
Come on!
I'll back you up. Atta girl, Ramco.
A perfect opportunity to collect data.
The name's Orin.
Until we meet again, alms.
We're all counting on Mew.
May you safely reach your journey's end.
Come on, don't give up.
So many alms have given their souls to the mana tree. Their strong hearts created a better tomorrow. To protect the next generation, we will protect the mana tree. We will protect the entire world.
How's it going? Welcome to our pre-launch stream of Visions of Mana, which is coming out August 29th. My name is Sayu, and here with me is Chad, our PR manager, as well as our special guest, the voice of Val, Stephen Fu. Hello!
Yay, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Super excited.
How's your day going?
Good.
Really excited?
Good.
Yeah?
Super excited for this. The game's out in a couple days. Yeah. I can't believe it. It's like you work on it for so long, like, and then you just kind of forget. And you're the main character.
Mm-hmm.
No pressure. No. Not at all. That's great.
So since we have our special guest, I will be, I guess, kind of interviewing you and asking you questions throughout our stream while we also check out some new areas in the game that we didn't check out during our demo stream. Which also here to remind you that the demo is now available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam and Epic. And in addition to all of that, we will be giving out some special prizes today for both of our NA and EU friends, which we'll swap over. So 2 lucky winners will receive the digital deluxe edition of Visions of Mana, as well as one grand prize winner will receive the collector's edition of Visions of Mana. So stay tuned for when we open the sweepstakes. But you can also do !rules to see what today's rules are. Hehehe. Oh, I need to pull up chats. Ha 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 ha.
And that collector's edition is awesome.
It is. Wait, actually, did you want to show it off?
Oh yeah, show it off, show it off, show it off, show it off.
It's cool. It comes in a giant box.
You didn't want to show the other side because it's you?
No, all you know is but yeah, it's a huge Val on the back, and then
the resemblance is striking. When you first walked in, I was like, Val? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
box
it's a great
art.
box.
Oh, it's like reminiscent of the.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a little Easter egg for when you play in the game. No, it's not going to autofocus, unfortunately. So if you're a fan of the Mana series, you'll know what that is. But yeah, so this is part of the collector's edition. You'll get a Ramco plush, the original soundtrack, and the Art of Mana, as well as those awesome boxes.
Shut the book, shut the book.
What's up, Mana fans? So we're actually going to start our journey in Ilisthana, where Palomina's from. Hello, I'm wearing a Palomina cosplay that I made, so.
Looks amazing.
Yes, incredible.
Hi, everyone. Yes, hi. All right. So here we are in Ilisthana. Would you say is the capital, right? So this is where all of the alms and the soul guard all meet the queen to get their blessings before they go to the mana tree. It's huge.
It's a huge
There's
city.
There's so much to look for.
Right.
And it's up there.
Shops, characters, side quests. And it should be said, this is the Visions of Mana is the first mainline Mana game in almost 20 years. So there's a lot of anticipation on this. People are going to be able to get to play a brand new game in this series. So it's very, very exciting for everybody on the team.
Taking off a few days of work to play this one. Yay!
It's perfect. It's a long weekend for some people.
That's right.
So, they can, curl up and play this very, very fun comfort food game.
So excited. It looks so beautiful.
I've never heard this, but someone said Val is an uncomfortably beautiful man. Wait, I've never heard that. I'm so confused, but thank you.
I don't know, uncomfortably beautiful. He's just beautiful. Like, it doesn't make me uncomfortable. Val is very beautiful.
Yes.
But Steven, how was it recording Val?
It was awesome. Yeah, Val is such like a very, I want to say not ignorant. He's very pure. He's so pure.
You're not ignorant. No. I know what you mean. He's very like naive.
Yeah.
Naive. Yeah.
Very pure and like he's like the soul guard and he wants to do a great job as the soul guard and like he's such a fun character to play because he's just full of like innocence and love.
And as a fan of the series, I mean, it must be so surreal to you. You've been playing the game since the originals, and it must be surreal to you to be the voice of the main character in a new Mana game. That's pretty cool. I'm jealous.
Wow, it's hiding so well. Little cactus hid so well. Just
the little cacti can be found throughout the game. For people that like collectibles and like finding hidden things, that's a really fun part of the game to be able to discover where they're all hidden. Yeah, the game is absolutely stunning.
I'm confused about my feelings. Okay.
We're just running through the waters.
So on this map, or actually, I'm really bad about jumping around. On this map, I fell to a part where you're not supposed to, and I got to listen to Val scream, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at jumping."
Yeah, you'll just see we just used an elemental vessel. Those are in the game. There's a bunch of different elemental vessels you can collect. They all have different powers. Not only can you use them in battle and also to change your class, but as you can see, you can also use them in the world to affect different things. Sometimes it'll open a new area. Sometimes it'll give you a special power. So the elemental vessels are a huge part of this game, as they are in all the games. But I think in this game in particular, the elemental vessels have a lot of stuff you can do, which is very, very cool.
I did see a question earlier where they asked if there's only one main character? No. So there's 5 playable characters, which they're all the main characters. You're able to play as Val, Palomina, Morley, Karina, and another character that we haven't really seen, Jule. He's later. Ooda!
Yeah, and your party consists of 3 characters in battle, so you can mix and match. Once you meet all the characters in your party, you can mix and match between the 3 to find out who's your best, your best combination of the people that best serve you in that area. They're all fun to play, and they all play differently, which is cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes you play an RPG, and a lot of the characters kind of are interchangeable.
Yeah.
But in this game, they really do feel very different. Different weapons, different attacks, different spells. So it is really fun to kind of try out all the different characters, see which ones you like the best. But of course, for this stream, the best character is Val.
Yes.
The best character to play as.
So while we explore the ridge here and change our our vessels and go into some battles, yay, Palomina.
Oh, okay. So yes, we're going to do, and before we should mention too, someone on our marketing team, Mel, is actually controlling this game.
Yes.
She's not on camera right now, but she's incredible and she's doing a great job. So I wanted to shout her out. So we don't forget about her because she's doing all the hard work. But this is what you're seeing right now is when you use an elemental vessel for the characters, they actually will change their class. One thing that's really cool about this is all the different characters have different class changes. So it's like if you use an elemental vessel on all the different 5 characters, you will get different results. When you change classes, you change a lot of different things. You change how you attack, you change the weapon you can use, some of the skills you can use. So it's really fun to mix and match and experiment with all the different classes. As you see here, here's Morley, who, again, I love Val, but Morley is my other favorite character. It's really fun to see these animations and really kind of experiment with all the different combinations as you're playing, and the elemental effects are very, very cool, and it's really fun to kind of see which one you like the best and which one works the best in that area.
Ooh, I really like that outfit of Morley.
Yeah, very cool. Morley has a really awesome class change, and it might be his original class, but there's a really good one where he carries 2 knives in each hand, and then he also carries a knife on his tail. So he has 3 knives. I mean, that is like seriously badass.
I know, any character that uses a scythe in my party, default. I know. I absolutely love scythes.
Who doesn't?
Also, I don't know if you guys can notice, I'm sitting weird because I have a tail. It is very fluffy, very big. It's pushing me forward. So if I'm like hunched over this way, I'm still trying to adjust with my tail. So I'm going to ask you some questions that we have.
Okay.
I know we kind of talked about this earlier, but can you tell us a bit about who Val is?
Yeah, Val is a soul guard from Tiania, and he's like basically trained his life to do this task, to bring the alms to the mana tree, and yeah, he's very like righteous. He like wants to do the right thing. He wants to do a good job, and he wants to protect everyone, and he's like super friendly. Yeah, and he's traveling with his childhood friend Hina, I believe. So
yes.
Yeah.
And he has a very hard job. I mean, it's a very stressful position to be able to do what he does, and very emotional because he's transporting a character who is basically sacrificing themselves in a way.
Yeah.
For the for the good of the world.
Yeah. No, it's a very unique position.
Yes.
And they're all teenagers, I believe, or
right.
At least Val and Hina are both in their teens. So yeah, I can't imagine doing something like that when I was a teenager.
And as you just saw in the gameplay, we were just riding a Kakul. Oh my gosh, Mel, that's right. Don't yell at me.
Yeah.
Mel is the best at pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, the Kakul will help you get around really quickly, and you can, summon them whenever you want. And also, you can run through enemies, as you saw, to get around really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, giant puppies. They're super cute.
They're very, very cute. I wish they existed in real life.
I know.
But they'd also be kind of terrifying, let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're kind of large and intimidating. Even though they're cute, they're very scary.
I don't know. They got little legs. I think it should be fine. So I know we also kind of touched on this earlier, but can you tell us a bit about how you came to be the voice of Val? So like the audition, finding or knowing.
Absolutely. It's man. So the auditions came through, and I remember seeing they actually had the art. Not always do auditions have the art of the characters. I saw the art. I was like, is this what I think it is? Like, this looks like a mana game,
Right.
and so it's like, oh man, okay, well, I'm gonna do my best. You know, the sides for Val were basically like, you know, someone like a gung-ho young guy, you know, very righteous, like the hero, like a pro tag kind of voice. And so yeah, I did my best. And,
Did you know he was going to be the main character?
I wasn't sure. I thought it was like a Legends of Mana, where it's like you can pick your
Right.
character if you want to be a boy, girl, like. So I was like, oh, maybe he's one of the choices, or so I wasn't sure entirely, but yeah, so I was very surprised to hear that that he was the main character.
So Rachel, the voice of Karina, she said she was given the choice of characters. Were you given a choice of characters, or did they say, we want you to voice Val or audition for Val?
Oh no, yeah, there were definitely. I remember seeing Morley on there too. I was like, oh man, I think I tried auditioning for Morley as well. So yeah, just kind of shocked because I was like, I just want to be in the game. I don't care who I am.
It looks like a mana game. I want to be in it.
Yeah,
please.
if it's a mana game, I'm like, all right, I want to be in it. So yeah, very very fortunate, very lucky. So very cool.
Well, your performance is incredible.
Thank you.
I'm sure everyone will agree once the game comes out in a couple of days and everyone gets to experience it. But how is that? How is it for you when you play a game you're in, hearing your voice over and over again? Is it? Are you used to it by now, or does it become? Is it very strange?
No, thankfully I'm used to it now. Like, I just love playing video games. I can't let that bother me too much.
Right,
but
right.
Also, like, my voice is kind of different from my speaking voice, so it's just a slight change, and I can kind of like divorce that.
Yeah, that actually probably helped.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, since your voice is in a higher octave, is it like weird to hear it comparing to your other your other roles that you've had?
Yeah, no, he's definitely on the younger side of things in terms of his pitch. Yeah, and this actually hearing, like, while we were waiting for the stream to start, his idle animations, and when he would talk during his idle animations, like, did like catch me. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that he does idle animation chatter.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of that in a game like this.
Yeah, so it's fun. Hopefully, like, it's not too much for everybody.
Oh no, he's stuck.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Little cactus.
Oh, I love Little Cactus so much.
Again, see, like, for people that love to find things, he was hidden in the rocks, so it's another fun thing to discover. And you get some nice items when you...
Just to remind everyone, it does come out in 2 days, August 29th. On
Yep.
PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam and Epic Games.
And the demo is now available. If you're watching this live stream and you're so inspired, you can technically go in and play the demo right now. It's a really long demo, too. It's pretty good.
A lot of fun. You get
Yeah.
to explore, and then the landscapes are so beautiful.
Yeah, that's one thing about this game. The game is unbelievably beautiful. You could tell from this live stream right now, but just when you're actually playing it too, you'll really get a sense of how beautiful the graphics are and how fully realized the worlds are as well. And as you can see, look, they're very expansive, and there's a lot of places to explore, a lot of things to find. So it's great for people that like these kind of games.
So different from the previous installment.
Mm-hmm.
Legends was 2D side scroller, 2D slash
Right.
trick. So to see it in this, like,
I know. I mean, did you play the Trials of Mana remake?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Trials of Mana remake has a similar look, but it definitely, right, it definitely feels a lot less open and expansive.
Yeah.
So it is nice to see a game that really kind of like uses the technology of the current gen systems. It's incredible. What's your favorite Mana game?
It'd be the Secret Mana on the SNES. Yeah.
Classic choice.
Yeah, I remember walking through Blockbuster, RIP, when I was a kid, and seeing the box art for Secret of Mana, and like just being captivated by that, and that's like what drew me to get it. And then it was cool. I got to play with my brother because he could play multiplayer.
Yeah, that's one thing that's cool about the original.
One of the cooler, yeah.
I love the multiplayer.
And that box art is so iconic, like the Mana tree and like the flamingos. And what's so cool about not if I can pull this up again.
I was gonna say
one thing that's so cool about this box art is it's very reminiscent of the Super Nintendo Secret of Mana, the flamingos, the mana tree. So I think the first time I ever heard about this game when I was going to be working on it, I thought, oh my gosh, this feels like almost a spiritual successor to Secret of Mana. And I think as someone who's played through this game some, it really does kind of have that feel of like when you play the original Secret of Mana, you know, you always think, even though it was only a 2D, 16-bit game, you kind of had the sense that these worlds were massive and that these towns were massive and there's hidden caves and waterfalls, but you know, the technology can only go so far. So I feel like a game like this kind of feels like what I felt like as a kid, not to age myself, when I was playing Secret of Mana, I felt like the game looked like this in my head. Yeah. So it's so cool to actually be able to play a game that actually does look like how I imagined as a kid. Yeah. And it just looks beautiful, and it has the same feel, I think, of some of the original Mana games. So it really does feel like a classic game in the Mana series. So, and if you've never played the Mana games, you can still start with this one. It's not like it's a game where it's like a continuous story.
No, they're all self-contained.
Absolutely. So you can jump into this
own
game.
Adventure.
If this is your first Mana game, all power to you. Jump in, have fun. Yeah. Don't feel like you have to play all the other games. I mean, we would love it if you played all of them.
We highly recommend you play all of them. They're really great.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah, this is a good place to start.
Not biased. All right, so we did have a few questions that I'm going to answer really quick. So how far into the game does the demo start? Is actually really close to the beginning. Is it at the start of the game or right after the... Is this the start of the game or right after the demo? So this is going to be a little bit after the demo. Trials of Mana, the remake, has a ton of replayability. Does Visions of Mana also have that replayability? I believe so. You can go back in after you complete the game with the... Right?
Yeah. And there's like things you could find, like collectibles you could find that you might not have found the first time. There's definitely a lot of, it definitely has a replayability, just like the other Mana games.
Also, just a reminder, even though the game launches on August 29th, if you have the digital deluxe edition, you'll be able to play early, so a whole day early. So midnight tonight, Eastern time, EST or EDT. I keep getting all my times mixed up.
I just say ET because then you're safe.
Then or 9 p.m. Pacific time. So, that's so early for us, but. And then, is this open world or open zones? It's not open world. It's
semi-open world is technically what we're calling it, which is like
because they're really big.
They're
you're free
huge
to explore wherever you want.
but they're kind of separated into regions, I guess you would say. And the reason that's actually by design too. It's not because they were trying to be limited by the technology. Like the developers really wanted each region to feel really distinct, so they wanted you to be able to travel in these huge semi-open areas like you see here. And then when you travel to a new region, you will kind of enter a new region. I think it just made it feel more, every area felt a little bit more unique by doing it that way, which you'll see when you play. But that's technically what we're calling a semi-open world game.
And then, did we reach our demo watch hours to plant the trees? Yes, we did. Thank you guys so much for your support. We were able to plant all of the trees that we said we were going to. And yeah, we're going to be protecting the mana tree, but in our own world.
Our own special mana tree.
Yes.
And this area right now that Mel is playing is actually one of these challenge arenas. Oh my god, that might not be the technical term. I'm calling it that for now, for the live stream. So basically throughout the world, you might find these fun challenges where you can compete to just defeat all these enemies in a certain amount of time without being defeated, obviously. And then by winning these challenges, you get special rewards. And there's a bunch of them throughout the game, and they're really fun. And some of them are very, very, very hard, which also kind of helps with the challenge of the game as well, if you're looking for a challenge.
And then, sorry, I missed one. Can we reallocate our skill points? Actually, yes. So you can learn brand new abilities, or sorry, not brand new abilities, but more abilities, and each of the abilities are special to each vessel or each character. So we'll look into it later, but it's, there's skill tree by vessels. And then are we allowed to stream the game with the Digital Deluxe early launch, or do we have to wait for the full game release? I believe there are guidelines on our website, so please look out for those. I don't have it offhand right now, so I'm so sorry.
I think the answer is yes, though. But yes, there are guidelines. But I think you can start streaming it when the Digital Deluxe is live. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, check the website to be safe.
I think, in general, if you're going to play it a day early, please don't stream or reveal the
Any
end of the game and
secrets,
any
right.
secrets, spoiling it for everyone, even though they can't even play it yet. So just
Right.
be courteous.
Yeah, that's one thing we kind of ask with all of our Square Enix games. It's like all of our fans are very passionate and everyone loves our games, but we do ask if you do get to the ending quicker than other people. Try not to spoil it on social media or by streaming it, just so the surprise is there for everybody else.
And then a very important question, will the game have Moogles? So we did show it on that box, but we'll leave it up to you to find out.
Right. No
But
spoilers.
in the past, there have been Moogles in the Mana series.
That's one of the fun, like the very, very first Mana game was actually a Final Fantasy spin-off called Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy. So there is kind of a nice, like, little bit of a thread connecting Final Fantasy and the Mana games. And then a Moogle is a good example of something that kind of like exists in both universes. Maybe there's others. We won't spoil it. Play it for yourself.
Yes. And then any advice for a brand new Mana fan? So I would say pick the game that interests you the most. Read through what their synopsis is and which adventure you want to go on, since they are all standalone games. But we highly recommend trying out Visions of Mana first because it is the newest game in over 15, 20 years.
Yeah, almost 20 years. That's crazy. So Steven, go back to Moogles. Are you a fan of Moogles?
I love Mogul.
Okay, good. I got nervous. What if I asked you to be like, no, I hate that.
Oh man.
Stream over.
Wait, no, I can't ask this, but I'll ask you later.
Are you also a fan
People
of...
are very opinionated about our Moogles. And I'm very defensive about our Moogles. So
Listen, I'm also very defensive about our Moogles. The Moogle design has changed over the years, and I'm a fan of all of them. Some of them, some people like more than others.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, so there has been some controversy about our Moogle design recently. So
Yeah. I
hopefully,
read the Discord.
yeah, I was gonna say. I'm sure you're very familiar.
yes, and Little Cactus is back, and you'll be able to find him and get some rewards. And he's always in the most peculiar areas in situations, and it's really funny. The first one we found on this stream, he was in the middle of a courtyard, not really trying to hide. He was just like this. He's hiding. He's doing so well.
Now,
Steve, someone asked, did you voice a Moogle?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so.
Can you give us
watch when you play, you find out your voices you use like you have no idea.
Would you voice a Moogle if given the chance?
Oh, absolutely.
Do your best Moogle impression. Do your best Moogle impression right now.
Kupo. No.
Whoa, that was like that's like a mafia Moogle. That was good. Better than me. Yeah. I tried my hand at voice acting once and it was terrible.
Oh no.
So I have a lot of respect for what you do. No. It's a lot harder than it looks. And it looks hard.
I think we're getting close to our first giveaway, so we'll be giving away 2 digital deluxe editions soon. Woohoo! Which means you'll be able to play the game early, but we won't be giving you the code until midnight?
Yeah. Sure.
So you can play early, but that's also like
I don't know the
outside
exact
of our work
details.
hours.
You'll get it. Don't worry. No.
You'll get the code soon. You'll get the code soon. So you'll be able
We'll
to
be
play
giving you the
early
codes, yes.
starting tomorrow once everyone else can.
Sometime
Absolutely.
tomorrow, not our off hours.
Right. And as you can see, we're riding another cool.
Someone asked if there are other pets or companions. So we've already shown the Picools. We also have Ramco as a companion, the Sacred Beast. And then we have a few other allies coming up later in the game, but I don't want to spoil it. But you did see in some of our preview screenshots, there's Vuskov. Vuskov is back.
Yep.
They're my favorites.
Yes.
You're so silly.
I love turtles. When I heard that was go.
Do you have a, when you were recording, did you have like this is not a turtle question. When you were recording, did you record like out of order? Where like so you weren't really sure exactly how the story was going to play out, or did you record in kind of the order that the story was happening so you kind of understood what was going on?
For the most part, I think we were fortunate enough to have most of the script in sequential order. There were a few parts where we'd have to jump here and there.
Right.
But yeah, thankfully. That's able to follow the thread.
That's good.
Yeah.
Does that make it hard, like when you have to jump to spots that aren't completely contextualized
Oh,
for you?
absolutely, yeah, because you don't know what the characters might have gone through, and like maybe there's a shift in like their character, their own character and their story, like how they view the world. So yeah, there's definitely some of that if things are out of context. So you have to always ask like the director.
Right.
Grizzly, because we're not playing Valorant. I'll say it for you.
And those things that you see that Mel's collecting right now are called
Grizzly syrup?
syrup? Yeah, grizzly syrup.
Okay,
Grizzly
it's like
syrup.
syrup or syrup?
Oh,
Syrup.
They told me syrup.
That's a good question. What if that's a regional thing? I'm originally
It is
from
a
North
regional
Carolina, and I
Very.
say syrup.
That's yeah.
So
I'm
okay, good to
From
know.
the East Coast, but we say syrup.
I always
The
put syrup.
grizzly syrup, grizzly syrup. They're collectibles throughout the world. I kind of compare them to like coins in a Mario game. Like they're kind of all over in really kind of fun areas. And then if you collect those, you can trade them in for really cool items at a shop that's run by a grizzly bear. Like, dumb bear. Yeah.
All right, so
dumb
we're going
bears.
to actually open up our first giveaway. We're going to be giving away 2 digital deluxe editions of Visions of Mana, and do hashtag We Love Rabites. Oh, you respell Rabite. Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Oh, just one.
Hashtag We Love
Totally
Rabite.
not
Take this one.
Submitting myself.
Steven, you're not eligible.
What?
You have to respond. You're not eligible. I'm sorry.
You won't know what my username is on Twitch.
You're just giving me a code.
Good luck to everybody.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. We'll have
great
this open
prize.
for the next 5-ish minutes. So yeah, and in that time, I'm going to ask you some more questions if you don't mind.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. If you could bring to life one mana character or
Mana
companion. Oh. I didn't get to list them.
I'm so sorry. Please.
So you can have a Pickle, a Dudbear, Lil Cactus, Ramco, or a Vuskov.
Oh, okay. It's hard between. I'd probably be Ramco. Being able to just fly through the world. That was my favorite thing, like in Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, when you get to fly, the ability to fly on a
Flammy.
sphere. Yeah, Flammy.
Flammy.
Yeah,
I think it's Flammy.
Yep. Yeah, when you get that access to fly with Flammy, like blew my mind, and it's such a cool. Like Vuskov's awesome, but he's like restricted to water.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone always wants to be able to fly over the whole world.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It is kind of cool in this game. There are like multiple ways to traverse the land, like through the air, around the ocean, and on the land. It's really cool. So once you collect all these characters, it really makes getting around the world so much easier. It's very fun. And not to go back to Secret of Mana. I'm obsessed with that.
Please, yeah.
So the first time you get Flammy is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Because not only is it great because you could fly around as Flammy, but just that effect, the mode 7 effect, was so cool at the time. And I like, blew my mind. And even replaying it recently, it still kind of holds up. It's like a really cool effect. It's like, it's really amazing what they did with technology back then. But again, it's just neat to play a game like this that has like a totally different, so much technology behind it. So riding around on the dragon in this game just feels so much more epic than it even did in the original Secret of Mana.
Look at how thick this soundtrack is. Yes, a 5-disc original soundtrack. I'm so excited.
And the music in this game
the music is so good.
Chef's kiss good. It's so good.
I cannot wait.
I mean, we're all a little biased here. Obviously, Square Enix has good music in all their games.
Yes.
But this game in particular, honestly, has wonderful music, and it's composed by the composer who's been on the Mana series forever, including some new composers as well. So it's a great soundtrack. Hopefully everyone gets excited about it and loves listening to it as much as I do.
All right, we're gonna close the giveaway in 1 minute. So get your hashtag We Love Rabites in the.
Yes, we want you to win.
Only one.
Please get your hashtags, and we really want you to win. Great prizes.
And then also in the collector's edition, we have the art of it. This is a hardcover. This whole bottom is green, so it's gonna be see-through.
Oh yeah, I was starting to think about that.
But yeah, it's quite nice.
That'll look great on any coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you have a coffee table, get the book.
A waiting room.
Wait,
If you're working at an office,
if you're a doctor, and you want your patients to read about the mana series, that would be a cool doctor.
That would be a very.
When I go to the doctor office now, they have like an old National Geographic from like 2018.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if I walked into a doctor's office and they had a mana book.
That would be awesome.
I would give them 5 stars on Yelp. Do you review doctors on Yelp? I don't even know.
I think so. I don't know.
Listen, if there's any doctors listening, the point of the story is to get mana books in your office. I think that would be very, very cool.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close the giveaway, and so we're gonna pull our first winner. Woo, let's go. I would drum roll, but I remember in the past streams you guys said it's too loud, so I'm not gonna.
Okay. Oh, I know.
I'm sorry. Our first winner is Aisha PH. Congratulations!
Yay,
clap away from my neck.
So excited for you're gonna love this game and love this digital edition.
Yes. So please make sure to have your DMs open. The Square Enix channel will DM you on Twitch.
Nice.
And then our second winner is waiting.
Oh, I get to say this one. I got too excited. Okay, our second winner is Red Lion 8.
Woohoo!
Yay, congratulations. I'm so sorry, Red Lion 8. I didn't even mean to keep you waiting. I was so excited about the giveaway that I just forgot about my job. But yes, congratulations. You're actually going to love the digital edition.
Aisha PH and Red Lion, you both won the Digital Deluxe Edition, which is going to be the game code, and you'll receive it sometime tomorrow so you can play it early. Just make sure to keep your DMs open. The Square Enix channel will DM you. Woohoo!
Yeah, we will slide into your DMs. Val will be sliding into your DMs later.
Oh my gosh. Please
quote me on that.
And now we're in a new area. We are going to head towards the Luca ruins.
Yeah, we're going to a new area now. This is more, I would consider a dungeon, I guess, kind of area. There's a lot of areas that kind of differ from more of the open world, semi-open world areas that you saw earlier that are a little more linear, but a little more focused on using your powers and solving environmental puzzles and stuff like that. So the game has a lot of different variety in the environments you can explore.
What would you say is your favorite vessel? I mean, you can choose. I want to say, because we already know all of the elementals, what would you say is your favorite?
A favorite elemental? Oh man. When I was younger, going back to the mnemonic, because I don't want to spoil anything in this game, but I remember Shadow or Shade being my favorite.
That's my favorite.
Because I don't know, I saw he had a cool power. His thing was like to cut their health in half and things like that. Like those. Anyway.
I will also not spoil it, but I will say that elemental vessel in this game is particularly cool. The powers you get are very, very awesome, but I don't want to spoil it because it's one of the coolest parts of the game.
That'll be something everyone can look forward to.
Armor,
yeah.
Have the whole like goth theme roll up.
No, it's unfortunate because everyone has to have separate vessels. So if somebody is using the darkness, the dark vessel,
you can't all be goth.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the same time.
You can try to coordinate outfits. Oh wait, actually, you can do layered. I guess kind of like a layered armor kind of deal, where if you wanted a certain vessel, but then you like the look of a different one, you're able to put it on.
Oh, that's great. All right. Nice.
And as you can see here too, like we didn't really mention this before, but this is obviously what combat looks like when you're with the 3 party members. You control your main character, and then the other characters are controlled by the computer. But they're great. They really help. They use magic when needed. Like they can help heal. They help you attack as well. So they're really, really good companions. I think the balance is really good there.
Yeah, you can set the AI too, I believe. I remember seeing.
Yes, you can change your strategy.
Yeah. That's pretty common in a lot of games like this. But yes, you can change the strategy and how the characters approach battles. If they're going to be more defensive, more offensive, more heal-based, that kind of stuff.
If you let them target the same monster or enemy that you are, or if you prefer them to choose a different monster.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of cool powers and ways you can explore, as you can see here in a giant bubble.
It's Undine's vessel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're using.
Water. Which is really cool, I think.
Mhm.
Little bubbles.
I mean, even the effect while they're inside the bubble looks so cool. Little details like that are like throughout the game.
And then you can see that you are on a timer with the bubbles, so the water inside the bubble starts to
Yeah, you can't float everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't float around the entire world at once. That won't work.
Oh no.
And as you see, Palomino here got a new weapon option. One thing that's cool too about the different characters is every character can't use each other's weapons. So it's like they have specific weapons that each character can use. But that also changes when you change your class. So if you change your class, if you're Val using a sword, for example, you might change your class and you're using a lance. Which kind of completely changes the range of the weapon and also the way it works, how fast it can be used. So a lot of things change when you change classes, which I think people will really like, and some people really will like certain classes more than others.
Speaking of different weapons, so for Val, would you prefer his short sword, double-handed sword, or a lance?
Man,
If you could have any of them.
probably the short sword.
The answer.
As much as I love like double-handed swords, they're just very large, slow. Yeah,
That's the thing. Like
Slow.
any games like this, like I totally respect people who love double-hand swords in games like this because they're super powerful.
Yeah.
But I am such a fast character person, and I love the single-handed sword because it's so much faster and so much easier to use. But again, people that want to use the double-handed sword, great. It's just not necessarily for me. I'm not skilled enough to use a double-handed sword. I feel like I'm always behind the times.
Yeah, they feel more kinetic or frenetic.
Right.
Using short.
But again, that's what's so cool. There's options.
Yeah.
So everyone can kind of like customize how they want to play.
Yes, bubble travel is the future. You'll be able to fly around in a bubble to work.
Right.
I like that the bubbles also give you different buffs as well as heal you depending on which bubble you go into.
Cool.
It's funny because I also went through this dungeon at level 10 and I was just struggling a little.
Mel's doing great. Mel's doing great.
Mel is doing really great.
Oh, and the ring menu. Cool.
Oh yes,
Love seeing the ring menu.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Yes, the ring menu is back.
Yeah.
As a fan of the original games,
Yes.
Ring menu is kind of known for the Mana series, and it's just an easy way to quickly pull up abilities or items as you're playing in real time, quickly and easily, so you don't have to go into a menu and look for them. No diss to any games that have a lot of menus. I love menus, but the ring menu does make things a lot quicker and easier to use.
Cool, yeah, because it kind of pauses the game a little bit to let you kind of decide what you want to use. I think I saw Mel trying to use the Wish Cup.
As soon as you bring them back, it's only halfway, or helper halfway, so
Right.
if they're in the line of battle there, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, the combat in this game is really great, and as was implied before, there is a hefty challenge to it. Like the game is, it's easier in some parts, trickier in some parts, but there is definitely some parts that are really, really hard. So people looking for a challenge, I think will be able to find that in this game, which is great.
Because you don't have to fight every battle you run into. You can,
No, yeah,
Just like-
absolutely. But of course, you want to level up. That's what's so satisfying about RPGs.
Yeah. Stomp them all.
So that's always a good thing.
So when you play games, do you overlevel or do you just proceed and just deal with the challenge?
I over level.
Yeah, I mean, so do I.
Level to the point where it's like ridiculous. Because there's something fun about going to a boss that you know is supposed to be really hard and just like tanking their hits,
Right.
or like just killing them in one hit or two. Like it's
Yeah,
so satisfying.
overleveling is so satisfying.
Yeah.
And to be totally frank, like if I'm underleveled, the game's not as fun for me. When I'm struggling, it's
It gets
hard.
you frustrated and you don't want to play anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. Some people like that.
Not me.
I can't do that.
No, not me either.
Very excited, heading to Order the Digital. Yay! I can't wait for you to play
Yay.
tonight. You wanted to get standard, but you've been bored, so you might bite the bullet to play a day early. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but I did that so I could play early. I don't want to wait, please. I've been waiting for so long for this game.
Yeah, I've had the game for a while since I'm working on it, and I just haven't had time to actually dive into it fully. So of course I'm planning on playing it when it launches, but I'll be at PAX this week when it launches, and I'll be away from my PlayStation 5. Man. So I am like, it's gonna be torture waiting to come home to be able to start this. But I can't wait to fully dive in. I mean, I played a bunch of it already, but I can't wait to actually sit down and play the entire thing through. I can't wait. It's so good. It really is so good and so much fun. We also encourage people today. The reviews came out, so the reviews are very positive. Yay. So we're sitting pretty with a lot of these great reviews. So please feel free to go online and search for some of the reviews, read them, and get a sense of kind of what people are liking. So yeah, it'll be a day of fun visions amount of content.
Yes. Oh, also speaking of PAX, I will also be there as Palomina, and I'll also have my friend Lil Cactus. I encourage you guys to try and find me, just like if you're looking for a little cactus in the game. On site PlayStation 2 in a good way. Wait, what? Oh, one site was calling it a PlayStation 2 game, but in a good way. And that's all you wanted to hear. That is,
yeah. Cool. But yeah, I heard that from some media people reviewing. They said it does feel like a PlayStation 2 game, but it as a compliment. Nice. Because like, you know, there was something about that PlayStation 2 era. Those games were very colorful, very satisfying. There was like a certain gameplay-ness about them that kind of doesn't really exist in a lot of these recent games. So it does kind of have an old school feeling in that way. So I think a lot of people that loved games during the PS2 era will love this game. So yes, great comment. That's totally something that we were very happy about.
They were very fun, yes. I completely agree.
They were very fun.
Okay, so how well do you think you are versed in the Mana series that you can take on a trivia?
Oh, Steven, if you don't get enough right, we're ejecting you from the live stream.
Okay. All right.
We forgot to tell you this.
What this chair is like, that look weird.
That's why we put you on a big spring-loaded chair. You will be ejected out into the ceiling. No pressure at all. No pressure at all.
I'm so excited.
Well, my buns are like falling.
We don't have a cool buzzer or anything, so you can just give us your answer.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Okay, so how do you say yes or hello in Dudbear?
I don't.
Final answer?
Yes.
Is dub or multiple dubs? Or which one did you want to go with?
I was gonna go with just the dub for yes.
You're right.
That's correct.
What's the iconic monster in the Mana series? It's like the monster that everyone knows.
Probably the rabbi.
Yes.
You're doing great so far.
I don't know, since this wasn't in the demo, I don't know if you know, but what is Palomina's first weapon, her default weapon?
Oh. I think I know this.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Is that really?
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, my finger's not even close to the eject button.
Chad off screen just...
No, I'm like, you're doing great.
Awesome.
I'm impressed you got that one.
All right. What is Picool's design inspired by? Did we ever go over this?
Yeah, I actually don't even know. I've been talking to the developers for like 6 months now, and I don't think I even know the answer to that question.
Okay, we'll give this a pass if you don't know.
One of the developers' bets.
Yeah, I actually don't know the answer.
I don't know. So a Picool is a dog and an armadillo hybrid.
Oh.
So like when you first summon the Picool, he kind of like spins in the air.
Yeah, he has that kind of like scaly look.
Yeah.
Even though it's fur, it kind of looks like it on a scale. Huh, that's actually really good. I learned something new.
Yeah, same.
And now the game learned something new.
Cool.
Oh, this is so easy. What plushie is included in the Visions of Mana Collector's Edition?
Val. No.
And then this one, I think everyone in the chat will enjoy. What is the saying Val says when he collects a grizzly syrup?
Oh man. Grizzly!
Yay.
He did it! He said the thing!
You said it perfect. Just be prepared, fans and players. You're gonna hear that a lot in the game.
Honestly, I don't get tired of it, so...
It's really cute. It's really cute.
Mush Boom?
Oh,
Has the giveaway started? No, not yet. Or well, the first one is done. We gave away 2 digital deluxe editions. the next one is going to be our grand prize, which is the collector's edition and a digital deluxe code.
I mean, that is like the prize to win.
Yes. You get a Rabite. You'll get the 5-disc original soundtrack, the art book. The boxes are really great.
This
Yeah, it's a really good collector's edition.
I forgot that Ramco's wings were green. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Cool.
Thank God I didn't wear my green shirt. Can you? That would have been really embarrassing. There's been a floating head.
Imagine if I decided to be Jule.
Oh yeah, I know. You can't do cosplay as Julie in front of the green screen.
I would just be like only my eyes had be covering.
Oh, this is the boss.
Yeah.
The bosses in the
Full
game are
Metal
very
Hugger.
fun, very tricky.
Don't want to be hugged by this, but
No,
Oh man.
that would not be
this
a
is
warm
also a
hug.
classic boss.
Classic boss.
Right. You'll actually, again, no spoilers. You'll probably run into a bunch of
Classic bosses.
enemies that you've definitely
Familiar
seen in other
bosses.
mana games,
Hates.
which is very cool, especially if you're a fan. Oh, and
Yeah,
this
they're very
effect, this is
cute.
like one of my favorite effects in the game. I think it's Morley's. Oh my god, I might be wrong. Please
think so.
correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it makes like a time orb
Yeah,
bubble,
so-
and then when any enemies are inside, go
They
in
slow
slow
down.
motion, and
So if
it's
anyone's
so
using,
helpful in the game.
The Luna's ability.
Oh,
So
that's true.
anyone
That's
with
right.
light-
Luna is like will give people
The
time
time,
powers.
yeah.
That's true. It's not just Morley. I'm just used to.
But Morley is the alm of
Yes.
time.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Light.
That's just such a cool power and very, very helpful in battle.
I would love a Vuskov plush too. I love
Oh,
Vuskov.
that would be awesome. It's the whole like transport animal line of plushies.
One thing I love about these bosses too in this game is a lot of again, I'm not just in any other RPGs, but in a lot of RPGs like this, sometimes they're more kind of hack and slashy bosses where there's really not a lot of strategy. You just kind of have to go in there and just kind of keep fighting them until they run out of energy. But these bosses are really well designed. They all have different moves. You can avoid everything. It feels like you're really kind of fighting a really well designed boss. And you can use different powers, and all the bosses are different. So it really is really cool to encounter a boss and kind of learn the moves and try to figure out how to beat them the best way.
I wouldn't necessarily call it like a stop kind of spell. It's like a slow.
Slow, yeah.
Yeah,
Slow's
they don't
perfect.
stop completely. If any part of them is in the bubble, they just slow down. But still, see, you can still see it's going around really slowly with those laser eyes. Or actually, it's like laser eyes.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Do bosses have rage mechanics and timers? You'll have to see. Each boss is
Each
different.
boss is different, yeah.
I did see, if you are just now hopping into the live stream, we're playing Visions of Mana, which comes out on August 29th. But if you have the digital deluxe edition, you'll be able to play tonight at midnight Eastern time or 9 p.m. Pacific time.
Very exciting.
There.
If you entered for the first giveaway, do you have to re-enter for the next one? No. So we do have everyone who entered in the first one in the pool. We usually clear them after the streams, but you don't have to enter again. Remember seeing the Mantis boss? Yes. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Mantis boss is also a classic.
Iconic, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the most iconic boss out of all the bosses in the Mana series.
I think so, yeah.
And you also can, as you can see, switch between the characters while you're playing.
You can have a nice variety,
Yep.
change your strategy. We
See
did
how
it
they-
off stream.
See how they slowed down? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
I was like, this is the perfect time. Look, everyone.
We did it off stream, but we did go through the skill trees of our vessels, but we'll check it out after this. We did add some additional abilities to some of our party members here, so I don't know if you've noticed in the gameplay, but some of our characters have an additional move.
Yeah, Mel, do you mind doing that? Mel, after we finish with boss, do you mind going to the skill tree? Thank you. Just so we can show people what they look like. We kind of did it before, but we were distracted talking about something else.
you hope that the Black Rabite shows up. So there are a lot of variations
There's
of
some real fans in
enemies.
this chat.
Yeah, and then you also have the nemesis that you can find in the world. They're like the named enemies, and they're a lot harder than everyone else on that field. So I hope you guys enjoy looking for them, as well as grizzly syrups and little cactus.
No cactus.
So Steven, what console are you going to play this on?
I have I do have the collector's edition pre-order on for my PS5. So
Yeah.
PlayStation 5.
I'm playing on PS5 as well.
Yeah.
I'm torn. I don't know if I want to play it on my PC or if I want to play it on PS5.
Both
PS5
versions
looks
are
so good.
yeah. They both versions honestly run really well. So I think you're fine on either one.
Double dip. So, I'm gonna try not to. I'll try to wait.
I mean, look at this move. Come on. That's so cool.
Olympic.
I think I also saw this earlier. Is this Steam Deck verified? It is not currently, but look forward to it. We're
Yes.
working on it.
That's in process.
Yes.
This will be a very fun game to play on Steam Deck once it's there.
Yes. Then we don't have to wait to play. You have to be home to play it instead.
Yeah, you can take it with you.
You play it offline too. Sorry. He's well written, I think. You just don't like him. I don't think anyone would say otherwise. Will the costumes from the digital deluxe be able to be purchased if you got the standard? I'm not sure. Mel, do you know?
I actually don't know the answer to that either.
So the pre-order bonus for the digital deluxe edition are the outfits for each of the characters from previous Mana series. Are they available to be purchased separately if they got the standard edition? Yes. Okay. So yes.
None of us want to live at the expense of our loved ones.
Your copy of the game will arrive tomorrow. Yay!
Yay! That's great.
You were checking your.
I was checking my order status.
Please.
They just have the info. They haven't shipped it.
No.
No tracking info.
Was Secret of Mana the first Mana game? No. It was technically Final Fantasy Adventures.
Yes.
On the Game Boy.
So the continuity with many of the monsters, is there a unifying vision that brings these to us in every iteration? Are they coming from the producer or a longtime artist? I think it's because it's part of a well-established series that it's nice to be able to bring back recognizable, familiar characters or enemies, similar to like our other games where you consistently see certain enemies in each game.
Right.
I came to help not as the Alm, but as the Queen of Ilisthana.
She is the Queen of Ilisthana.
To my people.
She speaks very proper, and I think it's so funny. Whenever I hear her say anything, it just reminds me of how I type my emails. Very, it's a little too proper, and everyone's like, "Why are you typing like that?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
No longer wary of abdicating the throne. With
So can you talk at all about the outfit that you have on? Like, how long did it take you to make?
So this took me, honestly, like 2-3 straight weeks of working on it.
It's incredible. Like you could tell on the stream, but in person, it's even cooler looking.
You guys can't see the rest of it, but I do have my tail connected to me. Ugh, you can't see it, yeah. And then I have the bodysuit, and I made all of the armor. I have my shoes on, which you can't see, they're heels. I also made my little arm guards and rings. So yeah, my wig keeps falling backwards though, so I'm gonna have to fix that later. Good to know before PAX.
I feel like, Steven, next time we do this, we need to come in our cosplay.
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
obviously cosplay as Val.
Oh, I was gonna be a dub there.
Oh, actually, that's better. I'll be Val.
You be Val.
Yes, this is exactly what we wanted to show.
Oh, yes, let's show this.
This is
Sorry.
Yeah, elemental plot. So this is where you can acquire new abilities or
Right.
moves, and it's separated by each vessel.
Yep.
And each character learns a different ability depending on which character.
And I am a skill tree fan. I love skill trees in games. I'm so satisfied to unlock them all.
Absolutely.
And this game has like plenty of very satisfying skill trees, and they all have great abilities you can unlock, which is so satisfying. Yeah.
Now, I have a question.
Please.
Why are those other ones? Is it level restricted or is it like storylines restricted? The new skills.
That's a good question. I think think it's level
Yes.
locked. So when you get to a certain level, those next set of skills will open up. I'm always looking at Mel like, Mel.
Just double checking.
Yeah, but it's very satisfying and very fun to try all the new abilities.
Can all the characters use all the elements? Yes, but only one character can be assigned to a vessel at a time. So everyone has a different ability, different weapon, different look. They look amazing, by the way. So it's really hard to choose what you want to play. So we were talking about how the two-handed weapons are too slow, so you want to keep Val with the short sword, or do you want to keep playing with the bigger weapons? Steven has to be and say Kupo after every sentence.
Wait a second.
But the Dud Bears don't say Kupo, they just say Dub.
That's mixing up worlds.
Yeah. Not unless you turn him into a Mogul with a potion.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and open up our final giveaway, our grand prize, which is the collector's edition.
This
So
is the
if you
big
do
one.
hashtag We Love Rabit, you'll be entered to win this collector's edition. If you want to see what your eligibility is, do !rules to see. We are giving this away to our North American and European fans only. Sorry. I'm sorry.
If you live in Antarctica and you are a penguin, you cannot win.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm
The
sorry.
collector's edition. I'm so sorry.
So as a reminder, the collector's edition includes the box, which looks great. You've got
Steven,
full
here's your
picture of
here you go.
each of the characters, as well as, of course, Val.
Very cool.
And then we also have the Ramco plush and the 5-disc original soundtrack.
Big
Thick.
soundtrack.
And there's also an additional arrangement mini original soundtrack in there. So. And then we also have the 80-page art book, The Art of Mana, special issue.
Yeah, maybe show some
Random
pages.
page.
Look at this beautiful art.
Oh, yeah, I don't want spoilers.
You haven't turned to one page that says the ending.
Should have gone to the last page.
All right, we're gonna do a quick this or that. So
Okay.
whatever answer you land on first, just go ahead and say it.
Okay.
So exploring a dungeon or taking on an elemental challenge.
Dungeon.
Using the gnome's ability to move a golem, or using Salamando's ability to jump into a rocket.
Oh, Salamander.
I mean,
Rocket, please, all day.
Lil Cactus Diary rewards or Dud Bear Grizzly rewards.
Oh no. Little cactus.
The power to freeze time or the power of creating a wind vortex.
Freeze time.
ooh, that's a tough one though.
Yeah, but the wind vortex.
The wind vortex is pretty
jump
cool.
really high.
True.
Because we were talking about flying or swimming earlier.
Yeah,
So.
that's true. Stopping time, so.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's my pick too. Stopping time in the game is great.
Yeah.
What do you hope the audience loves about Val when they play the full game? This is not a quick this or that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really hope they just like his character and like his journey. Yeah. Honestly, all the characters I feel like are so well written and so good. they're really fully fleshed out characters, and I love that about the Mana series. Like they do characters really well. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy Val, enjoy the whole group of alms. Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm so excited.
That's great. We're excited. Thank you for being here, and thank you for lending your voice to the amazing game. We're so honored.
Don't forget to follow Steven on Instagram. We have the command, was !follow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a link to Steven's Instagram.
Neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm like so behind. I feel so old. I'm like, how does that work?
As if we weren't already dating ourselves throughout this whole stream.
Follow him on
talking about-
follow him on Friends, sir.
Oh my god. My journal still up and running.
Oh man. I mean, it has been over almost 20 years, so that's a long time ago from now until like when the last Mana game came out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When Blockbuster was still
Some
around.
some people watching this, I hate to say this out loud, might have not even been alive.
Yeah.
I don't want to
when the
think
last
about
new
that.
Mana game came out.
That stresses me out.
No, it's okay.
I'm getting sweaty. All right, we have to end this live stream immediately. I'm having an existential crisis.
I used to work on a game where it was catered towards kids, but it was a competitive game. And whenever we had them enter, they had to input their birthdays, and it would be like 2010, and I'd be like,
Oh man.
2008,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, ugh.
That's crazy.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close the giveaway. Sorry, I'm putting everyone into an existential crisis.
We need the free time spell. Very good call, Steven. A real life version of that.
Oh no, Secret of Mana predates your existence by like 10 years.
Amazing.
All right, so we're gonna have Steven announce this.
All right.
The winner
The
is
big winner.
Okay. Big winner is Aggie Alley.
Our grand prize winner. You have won a digital deluxe edition game code, which you'll receive sometime tomorrow, and the collector's edition, which includes the collector's edition box, the Ramco plush, the 80-page art book, and the special original soundtrack. Woohoo! So
Congratulations.
winners, yes, congratulations.
Congratulations.
So all of our winners today, please make sure your DMs are open. The Square Enix channel will DM you after this stream. Sometime after the stream.
Keep them open
Keep them
as
open,
long as,
please.
yes, forever.
I don't know what happens if they don't contact you.
All right. Well, just as a reminder, Visions of Mana releases on August 29th, but you can play it a day early by getting the digital deluxe edition, which you can purchase right now. And you get a 24-hour early access, as well as some really cool costumes for the main characters, which are the outfits of previous characters from our previous Mana games.
Oh.
So I know Palomina is Black Pearl. I'm trying to remember. I think Karina is Popoi.
Oh, man.
I love Popoi.
Pretty cool. Yeah, the costumes are great.
Oh.
I can't remember who Val was. I had it somewhere, but yeah, you can look online. We have it up on our blog. But definitely pre-order or order the digital deluxe now. Yeah, so thank you so much again, Steven, for
Yes,
joining us
Steven.
today. It was
We're
such a
so
pleasure.
honored that you were here.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Thank you so much for lending your amazing voice to Val.
Oh, no.
I hope everyone's like, what do you mean, oh no?
It's an honor that I got to do it. Honestly. Thank you, Square, for having me.
Of course. And to everyone watching, you're all going to be able to hear Steven's voice in the game once you start playing. Even in the demo, he'll be all over the game. It's very exciting. You did a great job, for real. Your performance is amazing.
Thank you so much.
And then if we didn't do a great enough job that you wanted to pre-order the full game, or you're still unsure, the free demo is out right now, so make sure to check it out. Get your hands on the early access part of the game and get to know some of the characters. They're all very lovable. So be sure to follow Steven on Instagram, and be on the lookout for some more Visions of Mana news on the official Mana Game account. So it's at Mana Game on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter.
It's complicated.
It's just like, what if I say Twitter, will they know? Oh. It's one of those moments like, you know what a hashtag or a pound is? Anyways, I'm done with aging myself on the stream. So thank you everyone for joining us. It was a pleasure, and thank you so much for sticking around.
Thanks,
I hope
everyone.
you enjoy the game when it watches.
Enjoy the game.
Grizzly!
That was the
We
perfect
have to
way.
protect the future by journeying to the Mana Tree.
Hold on tight, Hina.
Let this be a warning. you value your lives, go no further.
Even a novice could do this better than you. I'll show you how it's really done.
That's a fist! It's my duty to protect the alms from harm. Let's go.
We can still make a break for it, you know. Just say the word.
I'll see you safely wherever you need to go. I won't let you down, Hina.